Hi guys, good afternoon. This is Kira the Hedgehog 319 giving you an update and video report. First off, I'm really sorry about all the difficult times that I've been having at times in making movies or so. But what I mean to say is, I kind of actually miss the classic movie maker of Windows, and ever since of that, it's kind of a little hard as I've been having trouble with getting songs or audio and such that I recorded from Audacity or song covers that I downloaded to put onto recording and all that such for song covers or so. Yet it's been hard for me as I don't know why, but some of these movie maker apps I'm trying to use, well, they don't seem to actually transfer the Audacity recordings that I do to them, as I just want to be able to let them be able to be safe there and all. About the classic Windows Movie Maker, I honestly missed that because it allows the users to actually have no problems of putting pictures that they draw or screenshots or whatever. Heck, they even wouldn't have any problems about having the audio that they recorded or not into the window of movie makers to help them transfer from Audacity to there. But you know how it is these days, guys. But sometime in the future, I'm actually looking to have help, and that would be to actually have someone to help me with creating movies and maybe helping to maybe work with me to do some comic dub ideas and such. I know I don't have any money or so, but I'd be glad that someone who could do that and someone who's good of doing the arts and, well, the automatics and such, I'd be happy to welcome them in open arms to help me for free. No strings attached, because I know for some places and all, even at movie locations, they pay people to do such things, but for me, I don't want to be like that. For Mysterious Studios, my other YouTube channel, that's what I want to be able to have my song covers and also maybe some voice acting real demos on there, not only on Mysterious Studios, but also on my current YouTube channel that I mostly use. If that's okay for you guys to understand. And second, for everyone who has a mother, happy Mother's Day to all of you guys. Even if you don't have mothers, don't worry. It's kind of like a lady's appreciation, but still honoring your mom. That's how I feel, because I know my mom had died in February 26, 2021, which is about 6 years ago or so, and I also don't have a dad to celebrate Father's Day or so, but I still am always happy that their memories are always in my heart. And I don't have any regrets, but I just miss them from time to time. Third update is that for those of you who have seen me do the playthroughs of the Island of Dr. Moreau's demo, don't you worry, guys. The wait is gonna be finally over. On May 15th, the game's released. That's when all of you guys will have a chance to play the game and also be able to experience what you can see playing as actually Howard, our hero of the story. But for a bit of those who also know about some updates, there's also a new character that's going to be featured alongside him to also play a part of the role of how the two will work together. So, in just about 5 days, guys, starting from today and up the way to Friday this week, that will be the game's release. If you guys are actually interested in it, please, I'd like to also give thanks to the creators and the team of the game and their demo that they had on Steam. A big 100% congratulations on working on it so hard and all. And for that, I cannot wait to see how the game will make fans of both the incredible experiences that you guys have made into a huge, big success. So there's nothing wrong about that. But still, that's not the end of my reports. I think I'll explain what I mean. Let's see, what to talk about. First off, I know that you guys might be a little surprised, but if you guys actually have played the Cookie Run Kingdom, you might have noticed about the Act 2 of the game, which meant its update that evolves about the character called Timekeeper Cookie and the new one, Salt Ash Cookie. I'm not sure of it, but I got to play through the prologue and all, but I kind of feel a little worried about what's going to happen with the heroes in the future and all, and I don't want anything bad to happen to them. Plus, if that radiant light cookie that looks like White Lily Cookie can really be restored and all, and hopefully maybe White Lily Cookie can return or not, I really am hoping that maybe she can also find a way to stop Shadow Milk Cookie, who's kind of losing his sort of identity when he's possessed by the ultimate cookie and 3 out of the 4 of his former friends of the Beast Cookies. But to be honest, I'm just as curious about things as you guys are, and well, nothing will be said and done unless you try it out. Plus, I also got into listening to 2 songs, Golden and the Soda Pop song from K-pop Demon Hunters. To be honest, I really actually got addicted to them when after Cookie Run Kingdom's collaboration of K-pop Demon Hunters, which is featured on Netflix. And I only got most of all the Huntrix members, but I didn't get all the Saja boys. Just Juno, Mystery, and Abby. However, that's not a problem with me and all. I'm just a little surprised as this is my first time in it, and yet I've been listening to both of those songs non-stop for about some time, and I gotta say, even their tunes and melodies are so catchy. But it's just the way how it goes when you are somehow new to doing things. And for that, I'm really hoping that, well, maybe something good will help. Not to mention also, I also been loving about watching the playlist of games, and one of the most that I find very interesting to watch and listen to is Disney Fantasia Music Evolve Story Mode, which is played and done by a YouTuber called Misu Bunny. If you're not sure about the game and such, you can watch them play the entire game, and also to get the songs, all of them, including the DLC, as I'll leave the playlist link in the description below. That way, you guys will see how it is, as you guys might be Disney fans and music fans, but there might be songs you might recognize. Like for me, one of the songs I recognize or so is the song that was played by Queen, Bobbin' Raspberry. And to be honest, I've been listening to that song since I was so little, even when my parents were still alive. It's been one of my favorite Queen songs, and I really love it. But there are also the remixes and all, and I started to piece together about one of the remixes of the song Take Care by Drake and Rihanna, because that remix, the green one, actually is the remix of the Pentatonic Band, the band that I actually have got one of their Christmas CDs and all. And I was surprised as when I know that I haven't heard their music in a long time and so, but they're really a really good band. Like the other Alpaca bands, like the ones of Voltac, and possibly the ones of the Disney Alpaca playlist and such, or whenever you guys think. But yeah, in listening to that song, I feel like it's a shocking surprise that I actually have noticed that there would be somehow remixes that would also be like sort of like secret collaborations of the originals mixed with a bit of Disney's magic and all that. I hope that Disney will actually create a sequel to Disney's Fantasia Music It Evolved. And I would love to think that maybe some of the songs that I've come to love, or new songs that'll come, I hope that these songs will get an incredible set of remixes, and we get to see Percy and Scout again, and many more. But the songs I hope that will be included to the game would be the songs I mentioned from K-pop Demon Hunters. I mean, I actually don't mind if Korean music as much as I actually love it, and Japanese music, as long as it also has English that I can understand. Sorry if I'm kind of a little gossiping and all that here and there, but it's just, I can't help if I start to talk on and on like this. But yeah, also, for what's happening and all, as you guys know that in the future updates and all, or somehow from what I'm thinking of, the coming of actually, well, the Has-Been Hotels' first season, along with also the Hell of a Boss's seasons and such, I like to actually say to congratulate the creator of both shows, as since I watched the pilot of mostly of the Has-Been Hotel at times, I've been really wondering of how more of the origins of these characters come. I mean, we learned a little more about Vaggie and Husk and Alistair, but we haven't learned much about, well, what happened with Angel, Nifty, Baxter, or anyone else. However, the only origin stories, well, one of them, Brighter, which is Fox's story, how he died, it was just a shock. I mean, killing people just to want entertainment and fame? That's freaking psycho. I mean, I would never do such of a thing like that if I were to be going to training to be an actor or voice actor. There's no way I want to do that. But I also wonder more about of Alistair's past, because we only got to see of him actually kill people and all, but we didn't get to see about his family, nor of what happened, or what his reaction is, and how he had to, well, keep on smiling even after he was killed by the hunter, but he was a deer, a male one, with antlers. And, well, I know I have a lot of questions. But I also know that in one of the final episode seasons of Hell of a Boss, of Millie becoming pregnant, I totally don't want her to abort or abandon her baby or babies, because every mother is very special, and no matter of what goes on, even if a mother has to be once an assassin or someone who wants to protect lives and such, or someone who has struggles but yet is really grateful to still have help from family and friends, I think Millie should indeed keep the baby or babies, because, well, with Luna to guard them and Blitzo to be sort of like an uncle, along with Stolas to be like their godfather, and Moxie to be a real good caring father, I think it would be best for Millie to keep the babies or baby safe, and yet avoid having them to be trained to become assassins at a very young age. I think it'd be best for them to actually allow Millie to maybe have a bit of a time to not only focus on to helping the baby or babies grow within her, but it also would help her to see that parenting is also like, it's a learning lesson for all mothers, especially as Mother's Day is a very important holiday, as children admire their mothers, as they also know that their mothers could be teachers or people who help out in the communities. the mothers also go through the same process as they did when they were children too, just trying to make the right choices and not let their sins carry them into any despair. So that's why I've been thinking that it would be good for Millie to not abort during her pregnancy, as it's not only a miracle, but it's also a blessing gift, either from God or from Satan, or how the infant all just wonder how the gift of life is like. Plus, I also hope that Octavia would really actually get away from her mother, who set up actually her father's, well, who hired that cowboy imp to try to kill her ex-husband. I mean, that woman is crazy. And I don't think I like her at all. I don't even like about that brother of hers who's kind of like a peacock with the ability of ice. I'd rather have them to have a big punishment and also, well, have them to feel, well, like what they did is just not right. I'm sorry if I'm bringing this out, but this is my opinion of how I think. But I really hope that the deadly sins are not angry with Stolas. I mean, we've gotten Beelzebub and Asmodeus to still trust in Blitz and his gang and all. So as time will go by, they'll still trust them and Stolas, no matter what, even to help Stolas to regain his power and all, and to maybe also accept to have Blitz be married to him instead, and having their daughters together as their sisters. Because I understand that when I used to watch Hell of a Boss's episodes, only the ones that I caught to like, I felt really sad for Blitz, that he had a terrible experiences of the mistakes he made, and yet the guilt that he built in his own heart. Yet, in trying to face his past and his inner demons, I think having his friends like Millie, Moxie, and his daughter Luna, and Prince Stolas by his side are very, very good comforting and caring type of people who would understand of how he feels and how he wants to try again, to move forward and not backwards in his life. And that's sometimes how I feel when I end up thinking of the negative and such in my past. I end up going backwards instead of forwards, which is kind of a little odd, but understandable. I think for that, I should be able to say that could be about my update, but actually, I'm starting to think. I remembered about the Warner Brothers game Multiverse. If you guys have remembered, it's kind of like a mix of Super Smash Brothers combined with shows of Cartoon Network and from Warner Brothers, along with their movies, smashed together into one. If you guys remembered about it, well, don't you guys miss that game and all that? I know I did, and I haven't played it since, since their announcement of no longer continuing it. But I know that game is incredible, and I've come to love some characters that I've loved, and I even recognize some voice actors who have done some characters, like Jeremy, the voice of Gingerbrave of Cookie Run's series, did Finn, the human of Adventure Time. Plus, I also was happy to meet Tara Strong, who's not only the voice actress of Bubbles from the Powerpuff Girls, but also Harley Quinn from the Batman series. When I met her at an anime convention in Toronto about a year ago or so. Plus, I was happy that she liked the drawing of the fan art that I made for her. In fact, recently at times when something big comes up, I usually really want to work hard onto my drawings and be able to do them in time as to gift them to actors who I seen in the past or who I have come to like and such since childhood. I really am fortunate to do that for them, and I tell them to keep on doing their best because what their work is about is helping to be making things like us to become voice actors and such, to be not only inspiring but also to help us carry out their legacy for good terms instead of bad. And that's what I want. I want people not only with autism like me to carry out a dream that they had and to fulfill the legacy of those who they love and care about. But I want those people who we look up to just to keep doing their best. Even if, well, some have passed away in the last few years and currently of this year, I pray for those who are still alive to still keep doing their best, keep making a lot of good things come, and also continue the series that they were happy to be voicing their characters in for such a long time, since around the 1980s or 1990s. That's my confident message for every one of the actors I look up to and such. Plus, I would be happy to meet them again in the conventions or so, as well. As I mentioned way earlier, I may not have money to pay for things like voice acting classes and such, but I don't want to pressure any of you to do that because I'm not ready to do that, and that's not my type. I just want to be able to wait for the right time, as I'm going to also be able to try to save up my money for the future and all, and still hopefully find a part-time job. Yet I'm taking some kind of a cashier course in the DSBN School, as my teacher is teaching us about how cashiering works and how the cashiers have to deal with customers and also the hours and help others with the other workers with their things by taking turns and sharing the work. Yet, if you guys have any, well, good advices about how to find a job or create your own kind of working business and such, I don't mind having a reading of them and such in the comments below. It's just in hopes that you don't mind. Now, this will be my final update to tell. And don't know if you guys will hear about this, but I'm just about to think of, well, maybe create my OC's origin stories. I mean to say, well, since I was thinking for a long time and while I'm drawing my OC since 2008 and improving every now and then each time I draw more and more, I want to work on creating my OC's kind of origin story of how they began and what kind of role that they have and such. And to say of it, I also just want to say that it's been my dream to maybe create a kind of a series with that and find maybe find the right voices to match the characters, my OCs of this origin story. As you may know, my OC is Kira Yukimura. Originally, she's kind of actually, well, my persona and all, yet she's more kind of like an outgoing type and all, and she never turns back on anyone. Plus, she's also part witch and part werewolf, but she also is a princess of a kingdom. This whole world that's twice bigger than Earth. Sort of similar, but also with, well, humans and animal creatures, mystical ones, so on and so forth, living in coexistence together in harmony. And that world is called Agatera. 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 Plus, it also has its kind of gods to protect it. And one of the most powerful is the one who protects the Yukimura family and is kind of part of their bloodline. Amira, the goddess of Akaterra, a goddess of beauty, love, and protection. Because she also respects her people. If you guys are kind of interested to know more about this, I don't mind if you guys asking, but it's kind of hard to explain about what it is about, but maybe one day I will be able to try to make a characters list of what the characters are and how they're kind of part of the story and all. As it's a good versus evil kind of story and all, and it's kind of like how Kira comes to find out that she's not even a human. As on the 20th birthday of hers, she discovers that she's actually from another kingdom world, and she's been asked by an unknown guidance to come and help. But her adoptive little sister, Emily, and the little twin brothers, Troy and Tyler, who are the Moontree family, as their parents risen Kira since she was a baby 20 years ago, also come along with her, and they too become then blessed with gifts and abilities that no one could ever imagine. Like Emily's flute can not only sound mystically beautiful and enchanted, but it can also have powers of the elements of earth and even to summon creatures that also will help guide her. And for the twins, they may also try to summon creatures as well, but, well, whatever their gift is, it's gonna be a big surprise for most newcomers. But anyways, if I were to create this origin story and have some helping to bring it to life along with making animatics and character references, ideals, and such, I'd be glad to show whoever can help me with that. About my OCs, is I will focus only on drawing them one at a time or so on the paint program that I have onto my laptop, which I'm more comfortable than the other art programs. But I think that would be all for the day. Anyways, sorry about taking your time at all so long, guys, but if there's any questions or if you have any comments and such, please do leave a comment down below in the comment section. And please do be careful of what you'll ask and such, because I know that there are some words I don't understand or never know about. But I also know that there are some things that, well, I only know that are connected to the yes and no questions. But don't worry. Hopefully, maybe I'll work on this update video again or so in the future, or a new one and such, and maybe even make a kind of congratulations or keep doing your best messages like this onto supporting to those who have worked so hard, like how I'm helping out my new friends and how I also am helping out someone who I'm caring about and all that, and also to apologize to those who I deeply have hurt and really have made them so angry in the past. If anyone is watching about this, I highly would like to say I'm very deeply sorry for how my temper tantrums, my selfish behavior, my overreactions of little things, which to my point of view turn into big things and such, and everything connected about it. I'm really, really, really sorry that you guys got pulled into this and all because of me. I know that I don't deserve of your forgiveness, but I just wish for us to try to become friends again and all, and I don't want to lose any more friends and all, because I want to let that old me go. And I'm working so hard as I'm learning to control my emotions a little more better and such, and the more I learn, the more positive I soon become, and it's not a bad thing, but it's also a huge reflecting change of my life to help me to become more open of my emotions and such, and to honestly talk about how I'm feeling and how I want to make things right. So for all those who have just watched this and have seen my apologies and all, I know that you won't forgive me, but I forgive you for something that might have happened to make us no longer friends and so, and I still apologize deeply from the bottom of my heart, and I will have my actions to prove it, so we can try to become friends again, if that's okay with you. For that, this leaves my update video to come to an end. If you like some of these kind of report videos and such, or if you would like to see of what updates are going to come up and such, please subscribe to the video. Subscribe to my channel, like and share the video with good likings and all. If hitting the like button to say if you like this video. And also if you have any questions and all, like I mentioned earlier, you can leave the comments and all of questions or something about those in the comment section below. But I'll probably repeat this. Please subscribe to the channel, like, and maybe share it with your friends. And if you want to be able to, well, see more update videos like this and all, please let me know of what day and such you think is right. Because I usually am a flexible type, but when it comes to being rushed and all that, it's not very good for me and all that, and it kind of makes me feel my emotions now going all over the place with too much thinking. But if you also have any ideas of what I can draw and maybe do for the future, of maybe other different sites that I might be on and all, maybe as if you guys don't know it, please allow me to see them in the comment section as well, so I can be able to see what it's like. I will think about it and all, but please be sure to not forget about this, as my update video can maybe also help be spread across not only about with my friends and my friend circle, but to also help support and continue many of those who want to keep on doing their best for all good instead of evil. So, that's it for now, guys. This is my time to sign off. Ciao!